They play a Shield of Arendelle. Ooh.
NANI?
We were up all night cooking this up for you. This is our Mono Amber for Shimmering Skies. And it's got a little theme to it. Can you guess it? It's princesses. And this is a queen. But look at all these princesses we got. And we got one queen. But all of these are princesses. And that procs with... Bum, bum, bum. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph says when you play this character, return a character from your discard to your handsy. Then, if it is a princess character card, gain 2 lore. So most all these cards will hit that, except for this, her. Oh my gosh, she's a princess. I thought she was a queen. Oh my gosh, that's why I put her in this deck. Everybody's a princess except for Ralph. That's what it do be like. Everybody's Amber because this is the Mono Amber for Shimmering Skies. I cooked it up. It's for us. Why is Ariel Spectacular Singer here? Just to fake out our opponent because we're not playing any songs. That's right. We're playing 2 just in times. We're playing 4 Queen Sensor Cores. And why is that? Because if you have a princess or queen character in play at the start of your turn, gain 1 lore. Pretty good. And then you can also dig a little in your deck to find a princess or queen character and put it in your hand. And all these, except for Ralph, are princesses. We got lots of stuff going in this deck. We have the little throw them off their game. We're going to be like, oh, I didn't top deck a song. I didn't get a song in my top 4. Just kidding, bub. I don't play any songs. I was there to give you false hope. And then Moana's here to close out the games. It says, whenever this character quests, you may ready your other princess characters. They can't quest for the rest of this turn. She quests for 3. She can't be Zeus. She's unstoppable. What she's going to do with that paddle, she's going to hit Maui on the head. Am I right? I like this deck. I'm excited to play this deck. And if it goes well on Ink Table, I might play it in real life. The last card that we got to talk about is the Spice of Life right here. The Underworld. That's right. We're sending all the princesses to the depths of where Hades is at, right? It says save a soul. We got to save their souls. The princesses need to be saved. That's their whole deal. Not really, but I don't know. Whenever a character quests while here, you may pay 3 ink to return a character from your discard to your hand. Why would we do that? To get in our opponent's head. Lorcana is all a mind game, and that's what this deck can do. Why is this deck $200? Oh, the Rapunzel. Let's not talk about the Rapunzel. Wow, that's a lot of money for princesses. You might notice that this is a 62 card list, and that's because of these 2 locations, because they're spicy.
Things that we learned in this video. Number 1 is Rapunzel is the best princess there is. I play 3 Rapunzels on board, and then I win a game, even though I gave the AI a 14 lore handicap. It was crazy. Number 2, Vanellope is not a bad quester. She quests for 2. You can shift her on 2 and quest her for 2. The only thing is that she can't sing like the queen can. The queen can sing for 5. Vanellope is only a 4 cost card, but that's okay. And then number 3, the third thing that we learned, Ursula, as Vanessa, is a princess.
We're going to play on Ink Table, and we're going to see if we can win a game with these. You might notice that none of our princesses were 1-drops, including the Cinderella, which might have been more of a head game than the, what's it called? Ariel Spectacular Singer. The Cindy probably would have been a better head game. But we are going to mulligan some stuff. We're going to keep her for the 2. I guess we Vanellope on 2. Because Vanellope has the princess synergy. She's got the whenever you play another princess character, aka all the characters, except for Ralph, all opposing characters gets -1 strength until the start of your next turn. We like that. We're going to mulligan those. And we're going to get rid of her. And then we're going to press the dumb button. And then we're going to say, oh boy, I hope I get to dubby. We get to ink our Maid Marian. And we pass the turn. We're already at 1 ink. That's already almost all the ink we need. We get a Rapunzel. She heals stuff, but we're not going to do it. We're going to ink her because we have other stuff to do, including play a Vanellope. Whenever this character quests, chosen gets -1 strength. We like that. Here's Vanellope. She's played, and we're passing. What's our shift? Tell me our shift is 3. Our shift is 2. Let's go. They play Tipo. They're rampant. This is the Tom or Robin deck that we're going against. We can ink one of our Minnie Mouses safely. And do we shift or do we just keep it for later? We could quest for 2 if we do it. Then we're going to play a mini, and then we'll play that later. And then we will quest this Vanellope. Give that negative strength. It's at 0-2. Vision the future. They're digging. I think that was Pirate's Life. Don't like the sound of that. Why is this card so big? I think I chose that in the settings. There's Ice Block. Ew. Yeah, I wonder what I was changing. It was like card preview. Do you want it large or small? And I was like, yeah, I want it large. And that's really big. Like my face cam is over that now. All right, we're doing stuff. We're inking a Moana, definitely. And then we are going to play our Vanellope. We're not going to shift her. We want more bodies on board. And then what's going to happen is we are going to quest with this to give the negative strength to the Tipo, and then Minnie Mouse here is here to freely challenge and take no damage. Look at that Wombo combo. Look at that Princess Synergy. Minnie Mouse putting in the work. They're already up at 5 ink, and we're kind of scared. They do the Hiram. They draw 2 cards. They have lots of options. They give us -1. Wish they wouldn't have done that. We have her. Do we play her? Is Moana a 5? Let's go. We are going to ink our Minnie Mouse and then play our Moana. That gives Hiram negative strength because of Vanellope's ability. And then we can quest our Vanellope, giving Hiram -2 strength. He's a -1 strength now, but it's treated as 0. But that's okay with us. We can quest this, and we will be questing our Vanellope. They can't see to it next turn. They could 3-drop see to it, but we're going to be okay if that happens because we got Moana to save us next turn. They dish the Ice Block, draw 2 more cards. Look at all those cards. They play Tipo. They're ramping up. They have 3 ink to spend. They ink another card. They have 4 ink to spend. It's going to be a 1-jump ahead. Look at all that ink. That's 8. They could definitely play their Sisu next turn. There's a Ice Block. They're going to give Vanellope -1. And then they pass the turn. We're okay. We're chilling. Everything's fine. My heart tells me to play Maid Marian, so at least something survives the Sisu shift. So that's what we're doing. We're going to ink Moana, and we will play the Maid Marian. Going to give -1 to him. Does that say -6? Let's go. When you play this character, chosen opposing character gets -5 strength until the start of your next turn. Get -6 strength, dude. You're -5. You're in the hole, dude. Then we can quest. We need to quest. That's what we need to do. Moana quest last. Whenever this character quests, you may ready your princess characters. They can't quest for the rest of the turn, but they sure can challenge. We will. How much do I do? I do 4, 5, 6. That's enough. So I can get their quest. Then I can ready them. Then I can challenge it. Get negative strength. That's -7. Unprecedented. They don't know what's going on. We can quest again, getting that 2 war there, and then we can quest Moana. That gains us 3, and then we ready all other princess characters. Bah, bah, bah. But now, they can't quest, but they sure can challenge this Hiram. Taking -7 damage is okay with us, and then we're going to challenge with our Minnie Mouse, making -7 damage, and challenge with our Vanellope, taking -7 damage, and then we pass the turn. Wombo combos. Look at all this aggro we got on board. There's Tamatoa, and we're kind of shaking in our boots. There's the Popsicle, and we're kind of shaking in our boots. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What do we draw? Tell me it's the Wreck-It Ralph. It's Snow White. Whenever this character quests, you may return that character from your discard to your hand. We're going to play her just to say, -1 strength. This one quests for 2, though, so we get to quest. Boom. Negative strength there. We need to do the right math so we can get the maximum amount of lore here. This quest for 3. This quest for 2. That is 5. That'll put us 19. Quest. I don't know. Quest. There's 18. Then we quest. There's 19. And then we get to quest our Moana, readying all of our other princess characters. Yes, sir! All of them are ready. We went to 22 lore, the maximum amount of lore that we could get. And it wasn't a problem. So let's play a different deck. We're going to play against a different deck, and we might even give ourselves a handicap. I think we're going to go against the Mono Steel deck. They're going to be player 2, and then we're going to give ourselves a little handicap. They're going to start with 14 lore. And then we're going to start. I'm going to start, because they already have 14 lore, right? We have to look at our hand, see what's going on. We get the Underworld, and we get Ariel, the Spectacular Singer. We need our 1-drop, so we are mulliganing aggressively. There's Vanellope, we like her. We're going to mulligan all of those, except for these 2 cards. See what we get. There's the Vanellope. That's the shift we want. They mulligan a couple. They're already at 14 more. We get to ink a card. It's going to be Ariel, Spectacular Singer, just to get in our opponent's head. So they question what's going on. We're going to pass the turn. We'll see what they got. If they got the smoke, they're up at 1 ink. They play a Shield of Arendelle. Ooh, we have 2 Rapunzels in hand, and that's too many. We have 3 Rapunzels in hand. Do we ink her? I think so. So we can play her shifted, and then we can quest her. Right? And then we pass the turn. There it is. They're up at 2. They play Akita in bodyguard position, which helps us because we need to be able to take it out. Do we start by damaging and then playing a Rapunzel? We can't do that because we don't have enough ink. We are going to ink that. Play our Underworld. And then, do we have enough to move? No, it costs 2. We will challenge. We don't challenge yet. We sure will quest, though. Yeah, we're up at 2. And we're passing. They're at 14. We're at 4. We're okay. We're good to go. They let the Storm Mage on. It does 2 damage. And then this Kita can take it out. They do take it out with Kita. They only take 1 damage. And now our Rapunzel has no target. And we get another Rapunzel. So we're going to ink Rapunzel. Play Rapunzel. Oh, I can only choose my own characters. I will remove 3 damage from myself. And then I will pass the turn. Ooh. They're up at 15. Or, I wish they want to do that. They're strengthened to the Raging Fire. That is great news for us because Rapunzel can heal and draw us 2. So we will play our Rapunzel. Heal and draw us 2. Ba-ba-ba. Ursula, Rapunzel, we can ink a card. Is it mini? Yeah. And then we gotta do some damage to this Kita because it's doing some work. There's some damage. We can't move it because it costs 2 to move there. And then we pass the turn. Our location's doing work. This Avalanche is going to do 1 damage and banish chosen location. There it is. It's gone. They quest. They're up at 16. Kinda crazy. For 6, what do we do for 6? Do we play Maid Marian to give this negative strength? No, we play Rapunzel. To heal our Rapunzel. 3 damage. We gotta type it in. Boom. 3. Enter. That'll draw us 3 cards. And then we will challenge this Rapunzel into there. Right? Say bye-bye, Kita. We can still ink a card and play an Underworld. I think that's what we want to do. Oh, Queen Sensor Core almost has a little bit more value. We will ink our Maid Marian and then play our Queen Sensor Core. Sounds good to me. And then we can still quest. Boom. There's 2. We're up at 8. They're at 16. They have double the amount of lore of us. And we're kind of getting scared. There's Mickey Mouse the Trumpeter, and he has a crazy ability. He can only quest from 1, so we're okay. We're chilling. But he has a crazy ability. What do we do next? Do we draw for another thing? No, we get Moana on board. We will play Moana. We can ink this, even though it gives us lore. Does the exert cost 2? It does. So we will card ability, pay our 2 ink. It's Vanellope. She goes to hand. And then we can quest it out. Boom, there's 2. Let's get another 2. Boom, there's 13. Let's quest again. And boom, and there's a 15. We've almost caught up to the mono steel deck. They have a mouse armor and a Mickey Mouse. What are the chances? It gives it resist 1, which means our Rapunzels and this won't be able to do any smoke to her. Do we have enough to win right now? Of course we do. We are going to quest the Rapunzel. And then we are going to quest the Moana, readying all of our other princess characters. There it is. We won with a crazy handicap because this deck I made the other day, and it was a big meme because I used like 3 mouse armors on Kita. It was a good thing. I think I even won with this deck before, but the power of the princesses prevails. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. It would be much appreciated.